Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very delighted to be here today. So I was kind of invited by the Sachs Group. So I was really convinced to be here because this is the city, Basel, the I would say the hub, the capital of pharma biotech in Europe. So I was now the third time participating at the Sachs event, and today I want to give an outline about the Hong Kong biomedical ecosystem, and this will be followed by a China panel, so we can deepen the talk about how to land in Asia over Hong Kong, China. So this is my first slide, and I always compare this with like a city of New York as Hong Kong. The skyline, the city never sleeps, it's very vibrant, and I see also Hong Kong as a kind of bridge builder between the East and West. This is about our government service. So we're doing the FDI, the foreign direct investment activities, inviting companies, especially the young, talented companies, to Hong Kong, to also not only to land in Hong Kong, but also to reach out to the Greater Bay Area. I will tell you this in a moment. So our services are free of charge. We are professional, and I belong to the innovation technology team, sector team. So we help you with specific questions to find partners, investors, etc. This is also a very important slide for me because we have over 34 offices in the world. So if you was placed in America or in Asia or Europe, you can always reach out to us about questions about the market, about investors and other things. And important for me is also that when you station in Hong Kong, you're really in the center of Asia and you reach 50% of the population of the world in 5 hours flight time. This is a snapshot about Hong Kong, about our system and setup. I would say we are very superior with standards and services. So in fact, I think the British guys, they established this because we have lots of the tradition with bankers and lawyers. So we are actually the third biggest financial hub in the world after New York and London. And with this, you can go to us and reach out to investors. You can also go to the Hong Kong Exchange, going IPO. And now we created a kind of a new chapter 18A. You can actually go with the Hong Kong Exchange pre-revenue IPO. Then IP protection is vital for us. And then besides the Hong Kong hub, we have also the Greater Bay Area with a population of over 80 million people. And then we have a very vibrant innovation technology ecosystem, life science. So this is one of my first slides because it's a kind of snapshot about our value chain. So you have everything in place there, works in the basic research to translation research to the market. So you have many stakeholders here, also the prominent pharma biotech companies from the world, but also specific centers and hospitals in our ecosystem. This is also important for me to mention because we have a system like in Europe, you have about public and private system and hospitals. You have insurances, you have about regulation, and this means if you're already acknowledged in America and Europe, or for example in Japan, you can already start with your sales in Hong Kong based on the harmonization. And then you see this couple there, the older elderly couple, and this is triggering the topic of aging society. So we mentioned this also like civil population. This is also important for us because we have also topics and issues in Asia, and we want to handle this, that we invite specific companies touching these topics. For example, early detection of CNS diseases, Parkinson, Alzheimer, or eye diseases like glaucoma and AMD. So in the case we have some companies present here in the audience, I would like to reach out to them and talk to them and say, how about reaching out to Hong Kong, China? This is about the clinical trials hub. So as mentioned, we have all the stakeholders present and the prominent and renowned CROs also placing in Hong Kong. So you can utilize the services. And then we have also the related hospitals with the patient population. Of course, TigerMed opened their headquarters now in Hong Kong, and Stella Gu is in the audience. So utilize the services. They cover all the value chain. This is about the healthcare services. And of course, it's always important in this health system, that we talk about prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation. And now we also are in the time of the precision medicine. So this is very vital. And then we also talk about longevity, or we talk about new tools with medical AI. This is about the AI drug discovery. So when we mentioned the company Silico Medicine, they're placed in Hong Kong, they came from America. They're helping companies to speed up with the process. This is a slide from my colleague. He called it Pharma Revolution, but it's about stem cells. So we're talking about IPS, we're talking about bioprinter and also organoids. So hopefully we have new tools and platforms to do better works, and maybe we can also reduce the animal tests. This is about the Hong Kong Genome Project. So like others in other regions and countries working on that, so you always work with the healthy and not healthy volunteers to do cohort studies to generate better medicines in the future. This is about DACH, this means Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and I can say, I'm very proud to say, we had last time in May a delegation from Switzerland participating at the Asia Summit of Global Health, finding the expert in Hong Kong, China, but also key opinion leaders and investors. AstraZeneca placed now their new R&D center in Hong Kong, working in the field of the cell and gene therapies. So this is a kind of example of our stakeholders. Now comes the most important thing, fundraising. Of course, during the pandemic, we saw some numbers from Europe and America and also from Hong Kong, and they did well because several companies, especially from China, went IPO in Hong Kong. As mentioned, we created the Chapter 18A. This means you can also now go pre-revenue IPO based on your science and technology. And then from 2017 to now, we have many cases reaching over now possible 60 or 7 billion Hong Kong dollars in the value. This is a sample of companies went IPO in Hong Kong. And this again, TigerMed present here, just an example. Then I want to tell you about a startup starting during the pandemic, working on PCR tests. They did a kind of Spark IPO. Spark means a special purpose acquisition company, and they teamed up with the tycoon billionaire Adrian Cheng, and they went for $1.7 billion Spark IPO, just an example. This is also from the Hong Kong Exchange. This is their Hong Kong Exchange Biotech Summit. And this is like the JP Morgan event of Hong Kong, so we always invite prominent speaker. Last time we had Dr. Sahin from Biotech present, and we called him the person of the year. This is about funding. This I will not tell you in detail, but when you come to me, I will tell you more, because we have several funding schemes, even from the government and also from the Science Park. Certain funds are non-dilutive. You don't have to pay back, but you have to make a commitment with Hong Kong, so you can reach out to certain funds in Hong Kong. Greater Bay Area, I mentioned this already, triggered this. It's Hong Kong plus the other 11 cities, and with a population of over 80 million people. And it's not only about the additional market, it's also about talents. This is just the same, but about resources. Why not doing things bigger? This is the Hong Kong Shenzhen Science Park in a moment. And this will be established now. So besides the biomedical, we also work related to materials, deep tech, clean tech, and so on. So if you have merger projects, you're also welcome to join. Actually, I skipped one slide. Not to forget our own science park. This is the science park with 1,700 tech companies. Now we have over 270 biomedical companies. So if you want to talk to us, reaching out to key opinion leaders, to investors, please let us know. We would like to connect you. So now comes the summary. Talking to us, please talk to us. We can help you with your journey to Hong Kong, China. So we will help you with the connecting to experts, to investors, and so on, giving you market insights. And then it's my summary of summary. It's our biomedical value chain of Hong Kong. And important for me is you're centered in Asia. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.